Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water, and voila, my new cabin on my property here. Of course, we already have this one. You guys know about this cabin over here, but we just got this cabin a couple days ago. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Not sure exactly what I want to do with it. Probably going to use it right now for storage because I have so much. I don't have so much, but I have extra things in the house that I really don't want in there, as well as a little bit of equipment that I've been able to purchase in the last several weeks because I've been doing a lot of work here, weed whacking, chainsaw stuff, and cutting and pruning some trees, so on and so forth. And I needed some space. And, you know, in the future, this will probably be something else, or it may stay as it is. And it's right here close to the house. You know, I like to kind of be able to keep things close to me, especially with the storage. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you could like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. I'm showing my life of being off grid in Central America, just as well as giving my topics and giving my opinion on certain topics that I want to touch on. And, you know, I appreciate you guys for all tapping in. This video today is not about the cabin. It's not about my house. It's not about being off grid per se. It's more so about me, people that you see on YouTube, and how, not necessarily people that you see on YouTube, but me, and being able to reinvent myself without any strings, without any constraints, without any worry. Because you have to think about it. From the time we were born, our mothers and our fathers, or whoever raised us, taught us what they believed. And they taught us whatever whoever taught them believed, whether it was right or wrong. We don't, all we know is that's what we were taught, that's what's been embedded in me, and this is what I feel comfortable with. And anytime I'm challenged on those beliefs or those thoughts, it's uncomfortable, and maybe I want to throw that relationship away. Now, we grow up, we got to go through school. We get taught by someone else who's taught by someone else who comes from a whole nother culture, who comes from a whole nother background. So you really, after school, you go to college, or you go to the workforce where you have to work for someone, right? So now you have the constraints of society around you. You have to go to work, you have to pay bills, you have to socialize, you have to be around people, you have to fit a mold. And I hope I'm not losing people here. Well, right now is the first time ever in my life that I have never worked for anybody, that I don't have to pay a mortgage to anyone, that I have my own piece of land without a mortgage, that I have no water bill, that I have no electrical bill, that I have no strings attached to anyone that's stopping me from reaching a place of financial freedom and abundance. Not even financial freedom, but freedom. I have no one stopping and tapping in and preventing me from doing that. I've always had to work. I've always had to be an entrepreneur and run out and hustle. I've always had to say certain things a particular way to get a job or an interview. I've always had to present myself to certain people to be accepted because I had low self-esteem and fear of rejection issues. I always felt like I had to do and be those things. I never felt like it'd be truly who I don't even know myself to be, which is who I am without all of those outside factors affecting my thoughts, affecting my movements, affecting my decisions. I don't even know who the hell I am without all of that. I don't know. And 9 times out of 10, if you're watching this, you probably don't even know either who you see what I'm saying? So as we become older and we take on these people's thoughts, we take on these people's teachings, we take on these people's indoctrinations and beliefs, right? I have on gloves because the mosquitoes are bad and they're just super as we take on all of these things, that's not who we are. That's not true. How do we know what we really want? How do I know what I really want if I've never really had the opportunity to sit down and even think for self without worrying about what you think about, without worrying about if something I say is going to get me fired because my supervisor saw this, or if my friend sees this video and they really didn't know who I was 10 years ago, and they're realizing that, damn, his opinions and his thoughts really don't align with who I am. I don't care anymore. Because I met you during a time when I had to meet you. I was forced to go to public school. I was forced to go to work. If I didn't, I would be homeless. So I don't know what it feels like to grow up in a community where we have autonomy over our own land, our own food, our own banks, our own legal system, hospitals. I don't know. So when you see me and everything, how I'm presenting myself, you just see a result of everything that I just mentioned. The people that have brought me up, the people that raised me, school, institutions, television, radio. So what you see right now, this shit ain't even, yes, this is me because of what I've learned, but this isn't the true, authentic, unfiltered version of who I am. Because I don't even know who that person is. How do I find that out? I'm not saying I can get it here, but I'm feeling some sense of stress that has been relieved off my shoulder without having to worry about paying a bill to an entity just so I can cook food, or going into someone's grocery store just so I can buy food. I'm starting to feel what that is. I'm feeling what that's like to wake up every day and do what I want to do on my terms. I want you here today. I don't want you to hear today. Bye. You know, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be, I don't even know. So I am in a stage of figuring my life out. I'm in a state, and I'm glad to be able to be in this stage because I don't have any of those distractions. I don't care. So now I can, but I do, actually I shouldn't say I don't care. I do care, and I should care. And I want to care. And I think the problem is I don't care. But I need to care. I need to care about what I want. I need to care about how I feel. I need to care about my thoughts. I need to care about who I let around me. I need to care about a lot of things. I need to learn how to have compassion, to have empathy, to be kind, to be gentle. I need to know how to convey that I'm upset without emotionally lashing out. I need to learn how to build relationships without feeling like it's a transaction that has to be attached to that relationship. I want to learn how to love myself the correct way. and be gentle with self along this process. Like, it's a lot that has to be deprogrammed and relearned. Because I don't even know who the hell I am. Only thing I know is, I know this is what the people around me liked. I knew this is what my mom and my dad liked, my grandmom and my grandpa like. I know that's what these folks like, and I feel like I have to conform to that to be accepted by those, you know what I'm saying, to a certain degree. Not at this point in my life because I'm an adult. But again, it's hard to break those barriers when that's all you've known and that's all you've been taught. It's very difficult. Shit, for some of us, it's hard for us to quit a job we've been at for 7 years and go to a new place to work because we feel like we have so much time in 7 years at a job that don't waste not 7 hours, 7 minutes to get rid of you. But, you know, I'm learning about who I am. I'm putting myself out to the world to a certain degree. I'm still reluctant to share a lot of certain parts, and I think that'll come over time. And I don't want to say reluctant, but I'm very, you know, this internet thing can be tricky. What you put out here will always be out there forever. So, and that doesn't mean that I could say something today and not have I have the freedom to change what I feel and think. So that doesn't, you know, I'm not worried about that. It's just these barriers that are within me, which are preventing me from actually, you know what I'm saying? And I'm learning day by day to let those barriers go. You know what I mean? Like, mental health problems are real. Being able to talk to someone that you can vent to is real. It's important. And being able to have someone that you could trust in your corner like that is real. You know what I mean? And not anybody can play that role, you know, because it's all about comfort level to me. You know, I don't know, man. I'm in a state, in a place of relearning and reprogramming in my life. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not. I'm thankful. Very thankful. Very thankful to be here. Why wouldn't I be? I'm on my own land. I have no water bill. I have no electrical bill. I have 2 dwellings on here. A car, a motorcycle, plenty of fruit trees. I'm thankful for my life. I'm thankful to be able to breathe this fresh air. But I'm not happy internally. I'm not at peace internally. And this is the internal work that I need to work on every day. I need to tell myself mantras. I need to boost my confidence up by doing things, little things each day, help build my confidence over the long run. And you will see a transition and a evolution of me from today till then. Or whenever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to be vulnerable and come on here and speak about these things on camera. Because there's someone out here who can probably resonate with that. You know what I mean? There's someone out here who can probably resonate with that. And if I can help you break out of whatever depression or slump that you may be in, or blockage, perfect. Because if you see me in a position like this, well, what position is that? Having my own, being independent. If you see me in a position like this and I'm not truly happy, this is just a prime example of happiness doesn't come from external things. It comes from within. And if I keep continuing to seek external things to make me happy internally, I'll be on a race. I'll be on a treadmill forever. So we're jumping off of that treadmill. And we're taking control of our life. We're taking control of our narrative. We're taking control of who we want to present, how we want to present ourselves to the world. People have questions. People need answers. But the thing about the questions that people have, they don't really want to take the time to go and seek the answers. They really want that microwave AI. They don't want to take the time. We don't want to take the time to open up a book, to do the research, to go to multiple sources, to check our answers, to put what we learn in an action and see if what we learned is actually working. We want that microwave, get rich overnight, get quick scheme. It's never going to happen like that. Never. It's very, very slim of a chance that it's going to happen like that. So, you know, everybody has their own problems. Everybody has their own problems. I'm not perfect. I don't even want to be perfect. I'm perfectly imperfect. And I love the way God has constructed me. I love the way I have to do this internal work so I can be internally at peace with who I am and how I present myself to the world. You know, I'm very, very, I'm grateful. And I can't say that enough. I'm not depressed, but I'm not happy. And I'm not at peace. And I'm not going to sit here and come on here in this camera and fake it like I am. I don't need any financial assistance, and I think that's a great thing. That's a big weight lift. Like I said, finances is probably being able to pay your bills. If you can't pay your bills, that's one of the major stresses of life, not being able to take care and feed yourself and your family. If you eliminate that expense right there, you know how much weight is lifted off your shoulders? A lot of us don't know that because we've always been tapped into the matrix. We've always been tapped into the matrix. Somebody's been working for 30 to 35 years at one job. They retire. 3 weeks later, they're dead. Why? Because they don't know how to live without that job. And their life has been so dedicated towards 30 to 35 years of doing this day in and day out. And the moment that they don't have that to do, their body and their mind is gone. It's just like when you have someone that's been married for years like that, and then one dies and the next one. It's kind of the same. You have a relationship at your job. Like you spend more time at that job than you spend with your significant other. So to be in someone's establishment for 30, 35, 40 years. And then after that, you have time for yourself. You don't even know what you like. You're going to continue to have habits that you've been having for the last 30 to 35 years at this job. Because you don't really know what you would have done without it. Had you not been going to school, you don't even know if those people that you went to school with would have been your friends. You don't even know if you would have been indoctrinated and influenced by them had you not had to go to school, to a public school. So it's a lot of things that we had to do that I no longer have to do anymore. There's a lot of things that I had to do that I no longer have to do anymore. So there's a lot of things that I want to say and present myself to the world that I don't give a shit how it's coming out anymore. I have to watch my language because YouTube's algorithm will keep my videos suppressed. So I have to watch my language for that because I am smart enough to speak a little, I have intelligent enough to have a little bit more wordplay than curse words. Anyhow, whoever's here and you're still watching, please hit the like button. You know, I'm going to build a community up. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of people coming, a lot of people going. I understand that. These are things that I've already weighed. I'm not looking to get, I would like to monetize my YouTube, but this isn't a get rich quick skip. I don't need to make money off of YouTube. This isn't a get rich quick scheme for me. This isn't a trying to go viral overnight. I want the right people to be here. I want the right people to congregate over here every day whenever they see me drop a video. I want the right people to know that I'm providing value. I want the right people to tap into me every day. I don't want 1 million followers and only 15 people showed up to watch. I want to have 50 followers and 40 to 45 of y'all show up and rock out with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at today. And if this video, and most of my videos be all over the place because I'm all over the place, as you can see, even though I'm stuck in one place. My mind is all over the place. So where my mind goes, my videos will go. You know, mental health is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to make light of this, but it's really real. It's amazing how it's real. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. This is See Thy Wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water.